Well, welcome back to WTOL 11 Your Day. So school has started, and every day you're wondering, what will I make the kids for lunch?
Oh, those are big problems, but just follow the three P's, that is. Produce, protein, and peak energy foods. Fresh Thyme Market's corporate registered dietitian, Megan Sadivi, has some tasty ideas.
Hi Toledo, thanks so much for having me today. Back to school is right around the corner and it's time to start packing those lunches for your kids. Today I'm going to share with you 3 bento boxes that are packed with protein, produce, and peak energy foods like quality carbs and heart-healthy fats that create a delicious and nutritious, well-rounded lunch for your kiddos. Now as a mom myself, I know how tedious and time-consuming it can be to pack lunches, but it doesn't need to be. By adding the 3 P's, produce, protein, and peak energy foods, you can create this great, well-balanced meal that your kids will absolutely love. Now the first P is produce. Now with produce, you want to aim to include at least half of the lunchbox should be filled with colorful produce. You want to look for at least 3 different colored pieces of produce, whether it's fruits or vegetables or a combination of both. This is going to ensure that your kiddos get the most nutrients and minerals out of their meal. Now you also want to make sure when you're picking out produce that you're looking at the seasonality component. So this fall, apples, pears, pumpkin, and even sweet potatoes are all in season and are great options to add to that lunch. So here we have a bento box for our littlest kids. This is preschool to 2nd grade. I made these great protein-packed pinwheels. They have peanut butter, whole grain, wrap, and a little bit of cinnamon and bananas. They're bite-sized, so they're easy for them to eat. For my produce, I have colorful red apples and blueberries, and I've actually created this great little dip. Dips are easy to get kids to eat fresh produce like fruits and vegetables. This is a peanut butter dip that has a little bit of honey, cinnamon, peanut butter, and Greek yogurt to get your kiddo to eat those fresh fruits and vegetables. And last but not least, we have some whole grain cheese crackers to round out the carbohydrate component. Now our next P is going to be our protein. Protein is going to help support our muscles and our bones. It's going to fill us up, keep us full longer. Now there's a lot of different options when it comes to protein. Animal-based protein, this is going to be tuna, chicken, eggs, cottage cheese, Greek yogurt. And if you're going plant-based, there's plenty of protein options for you as well, like nuts, seeds, beans, and tofu. Make sure that a quarter of that lunchbox is filled with that protein component. So here I have this great box for more middle schoolers. So we have a chicken salad that is pre-made at the Fresh Thyme Market deli. This takes more time out of prepping because you don't have to make that chicken salad yourself. I wrapped it in a whole grain wrap, and I've also added our colorful produce. So we have our carrots, grapes, and cucumbers. I've added a great protein-inspired avocado dip. So it is Greek yogurt, avocados, a little bit of lime juice, really adding in some extra protein. And last but not least, our quality carb, which is popcorn, which happens to be a whole grain as well. Now our last P is going to be peak energy foods, and that consists of quality carbohydrates or heart-healthy fats. Now you can get a lot of carbohydrates and they're great for fuel. They're also wonderful for kind of helping our kids with their memory and their mood, very important while they're in school. And those heart-healthy fats, these are gonna fill them up, keep them full longer, help them absorb fat-soluble vitamins, which are important for learning. It also is going to really help with cholesterol levels and protecting those organs internally. Now here I have this great bento box. It's more for our high schoolers or even adults, those who are going back to work themselves, or even if you're working remotely, have that in the fridge. So we have tuna salad as our protein component, but as our quality carb, we have slices of naan bread. And for our heart-healthy fat, we have our dipper, which is hummus. This is filled with heart-healthy fats and protein. And then we've rounded it out with some mini bell peppers and tomatoes, making it a really easy way to get in those quality carbs and those heart-healthy fats. Now that carb and heart-healthy fat component should also be a quarter of the plate to really round out and make it a well-balanced meal. So thank you so much for having me today. I hope you enjoy these bento box ideas. Head to freshthyme.com for more recipe inspiration for back to school. Thanks so much again for having me.
Always really nice to get some good advice when it comes to packing those lunches because you want some diversity for those kiddos, right?
Right, and I really love that she brought up the naan bread because we made that here on the show. Very easy to do to where the parents, you can maybe make that the day before, the night before, and you can kind of diversify the lunches. Maybe, you know, roll up the hot dog and naan bread instead of...
How about no, let's not do that.
Oh, you don't want to do that? I know Ryan was really excited about it. I thought that was a good idea.
Ryan's a little different, though.
Okay.
So no naan bread and hot dogs. Let's not do that.
Just keep them separate.
We have more WTOL 11 Your Day.